Good evening, friends. So, welcome back to our DD Learning Center. So, today we are going to continue our topics which we have started in our last video. In the last video, we have discussed about that what is the cross product of two set, and after that we have learned that what is the relation. We came to know that relation are nothing; they are the subset of the cross product of two sets. And if the thing is that if two sets cross are done, if we cross product of the two set, then from that particular cross product of two set, how many different relations can be formed, that also we have learned. So we are going to carry forward that today we are going to discuss certain things, like we are going to discuss that what is function, different types of function, domain of a function, range of a function, and what is codomain. So these are the different things that we are going to learn today. So let's start by knowing that what is function. So again, let's take an example of first. Suppose we have a set A in which the elements are suppose 1, 2 and 3, and B is a set in which suppose the elements are 4 and 5. So A and B are two sets. In A, elements are 1, 2 and 3, and in B, the elements are 4 and 5. So we have learned in last video that how to find out the cross product of the two set, that is A cross B. In A cross B, the elements will be your 1, 4, it will be, and 1, 5, 2, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4 and 3, 5. Now from the cross product of these two sets A and B, we are going to make a subset. We'll take a subset. So suppose the subset are formed by taking the elements 1, 4 and 2, 5. So it is a subset of A cross B. Now from this subset, if I want to represent it in a arrow diagram. Now what is an arrow diagrammatic representation? I will show you here. It's called arrow diagram. Okay. So over here I made two circular parts. In one I am going to write down the elements of A, and the other I am going to write down the elements of B. Now in set A the elements are 1, 2 and 3, and in B the elements are 4 and 5. Now we are going to associate the elements of A with B as per the subset. Now if you see in the subset which we have, there one of the element is 1 and 4. So the 1 will get associated to 4. So I will show it with the help of this arrow. And 2, 5 is the other element. So 2 is associated to 5. So well, over here you can say that each elements of A is associated to only one elements of B. So this type of association is nothing. It is your one-to-one association. It's your one-to-one association. So we say it's a one-to-one types. So this is a subset we got 1, 4 and 2, 5. This particular is a subset of A cross B, and we all know that the subset of the cross product of two sets are relation. So this is a relation, and this particular relation is showing what type of association? One-to-one association. So if the relation is one-to-one type, then that particular relation is called function. So if the relation is one-to-one type, then it is function. Now there is one more type of relation is there, that is also called function. Let's have one more example. Suppose now we got a subset in which the elements are 1, 4, 2, 4 and 3, 5. So it is also the subset of A cross B. So So this particular subset is also a relation. Now see that we are going to see that what type of relation it is. So for that I am going to show the arrow diagram. So arrow diagram, as I have done earlier, I will make the two circles. So over here A and B I have written. In A the elements are 1, 2 and 3, and in B the elements are 4 and 5. So if I want, now I will associate the elements. So how will I associate? Like over here the element is 1 comma 4, so 1 will be get associated to 4, 2 comma 4, so 2 will be get associated to 4, and 3 comma 5 means 3 will be associated to 5. So well, over here we can say that 1 is also associated to 4 and 2 is also associated to 4. So this type of relations are called many to one relation. Many to one relation. So if the relation is many to one, then also it is a function. So the functions can be of two types. So function can be of two types. Function can be two types of relations. Two types of relations are called function. If the relation is 1 to 1, if the relation is 1 to 1, then it is function. If the relation is many to 1, if the relation is many to 1, then also that relation is function. So over here we came to know that what is a function. Functions are nothing, they are relation, but all relations are not function. The relation which are 1 to 1 and the relations which are many to 1. The relations which are 1 to 1 and the relations which are many to 1, those type of relations are called function. So what is function? We can say that the function are nothing, they are the relation. Now which type of relations are called function? If the relation is 1 to 1 and if the relation is many to 1, then the relations are called function. So we came to know about what is a function and different types of function. In different types of function means what I actually want to say, that the function can be either 1 to 1 type or either it can be many to 1 types. So now we are going to learn that what is the domain of a function. So well, from the cross product of the set A and B, I'm going to make a subset. So let the subset be as 1 comma 4 and 3 comma 5, suppose. So it is a subset of A cross B, and if you see over here that 1 is associated to 4 and 3 is associated to 5. So it is what type of relation? Right, it's a 1 to 1 type relation. Now since the relation is 1 to 1 type, it is a function. Now we want to know that what is the domain of a function. Domain of a function means nothing, that for every ordered pair of every ordered pairs, like over here we have two ordered pair. In one ordered pair the element is 1 comma 4 and the other ordered pair the element is 3 comma 5. So domain of this function will be 1 and 3. So what is the domain? Domain of a function is nothing, it is the set in which the elements will be the first number of every ordered pair. हर एक नंबर का पहला ऑर्डर पेयर को लेके the set हम लोगों को जो मिल रहा है, that is the domain. So domain of a function is nothing, it is a set in which the elements will be the first number of every ordered pair. So that's way we came to know that what is the domain of a function. Now we will go for range of a function. Now what is the range of a function? Now range of this function will be that range of function. So range of this function will be, for every ordered pair we are going to take the second number. So the second numbers for the first ordered pair is 4 and the second one is 5. So the set which we get is your 4 comma 5. So 4 comma 5 is the range of this function. So domain of a functions for this case is the thing that once we have a function, once we have the functions, then in that particular functions the every elements will be in ordered pair, and for every ordered pairs the first numbers taken, they are going to make a set. That particular set is called domain of that functions, and the second number of every ordered pair of the function, they make the range of the function. So we came to know that what is the domain of the functions and range of the function. Now what we are going to learn, that what is codomain of the function. Now in this case, if you say that if I say that the function is f, the name of the function if I say f, and since it is a subset of a cross b, so we can write this as like this way, that it is a function from a to b. So when I am writing in this way that it is a function from a to b, it means that my function is subset of a cross b, where if you see that domain is nothing, it is a subset of a. Domain is the subset of a, and range is the subset of b. Range is the subset of b, and b is the codomain. I repeat, domain is the subset of a, and range is the subset of b. If the function is from a to b, domain will be the subset of a, and the range will be the subset of b, and that b is the codomain. So basically what we can say, that range are nothing, they are the subset of the codomain for the function. Range is the subset of the codomain of the function. So in this case the codomain will be b. Codomain is b. Suppose if I have a function as g, and if it is a function from p to q, then my codomain will be for this function, codomain of g will be q. So we came to know that what is a function, different types of functions, domain of functions, and range of function, and what is the codomain. So well, over here my friend, if you say that the functions, the types of functions जो हम लोग यहाँ पे कर रहे हैं, they are all discrete types कर रहे हैं. क्यों? Because over here only the certain elements are there and we can count them. हम लोग आगे जाके हम लोग पढ़ेंगे कि that's what is the function called real function. Now in case of a real function, the elements in that particular real function is going to be uncountable, and it can be finite or it can be infinite. So हम लोगों को देखना है कि एक particular real functions मतलब क्या होता है, and what are the different types of real functions are there. हम लोग यहाँ पे बहुत ही simple एक example से we have studied that what is the function, because over here the function में जो भी है they are the certain elements are there. So this type of functions we can say that they are in discrete form. Discrete form means they are countable as well as they are finite. But हम लोगों के पास जो functions आगे जाके आने वाला है, they are all going to be the real functions. And in the real functions में हम लोग कैसे उसका domain find करेंगे, कैसे हम लोग उसका range find करेंगे, and that's all we are going to learn in our next video. And that is going to be a very interesting. So thank you. Please be with us for the next video.